안녕. Today we are diving into one of the most mysterious and closed-off nation,
North Korea.
The North Koreans.
The worst mistake of my life.
Otto Warmbier, Dennis Rodman,
The propaganda.
Kim Jong Un, human rights.
in the world, North Korea, a place where people are strictly controlled, freedom of movement and speech are forbidden, and where a single-family dictatorship has lasted for 3 generations. But that's not all. By the end of this video, I will take you on a tour of the DMZ, a place where the past and present collide, a stark reminder of division and an enduring symbol of hope for reunification. We will also uncover why so many North Koreans risk their lives to escape this regime. Let's get started. A brief history. In 1950, the Korean War began, leading to immense devastations on the Korean peninsula. While an armistice was signed in 1953 to cease hostilities, no official peace treaty has ever been signed, leaving the Korean peninsula technically still at war, a unique and precocious situation in modern geopolitics. The war, in many ways, has never truly ended. As a South Korean, I'd like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the countries that support us during this war, including the United States, the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, India, and the Philippines, and many more. Your effort and sacrifice will never be forgotten. How does North Korea maintain its dictatorship? North Korea's control goes far beyond military strength. Its rule is built on brainwashing and fear. The Kim's dynasty, cult of personality. There are rumors that Kim Jong Un underwent plastic surgery to resemble his grandfather, Kim Il-sung, reinforcing the illusion of an eternal, unbroken leadership. Propaganda and education. Children are sold absurd stories like Kim Jong Un mastering marksmanship at the age of 5, or the idea that South Korean children are miserable and need liberation. However, the regime's grip is loosening. The infiltration of K-pop and K-drama has begun to expose North Koreans to the truth. Despite the risk, USB drive loaded with South Korea contents and traded secretly. Watching such media could mean a death sentence. Yet, it's a risk many are willing to take. This cultural shift is one of the reasons why North Koreans are starting to dream of freedom and ultimately risking everything to defect. How do people escape North Korea? Escaping North Korea is a life-threatening gamble. Over 34,259 defectors have successfully reached South Korea, but the journey is harrowing. The cost of escape. Before the COVID pandemic, escaping cost around $25,000. Now, with increased border security, barbed wire, and landmines, the cost has skyrocketed to nearly $75,000. Most of this money goes to bribing North Korean soldiers. It's nearly impossible for ordinary citizens to afford this without external support from religious organizations or high-ranking officials. Second, the route to freedom. Crossing directly into South Korea throughout the DMZ is almost impossible. Instead, dictators travel throughout China and then to Southeast Asia, Thailand, or Laos before reaching South Korea. To protect themselves, many dictators carry weapons for self-defense and poison to take their own life if captured. Third, the consequence of failure. Being caught means unimaginably punishments. In China, defectors are forcibly repatriated, facing torture, labor camps, or even execution upon return to North Korea. Families of defectors are often punished as well under the regime's guilty by association system. Fourth, military defections. Some North Korean soldiers have successfully defected by crossing the DMZ. In one well-documented case, a soldier was shot multiple times but managed to cross into South Korea, where he was saved by South Korea troops. Life in South Korea as a defector, despite the struggle, life doesn't automatically become easy for defectors. The South Korean government conducts interviews to ensure defectors aren't spies. Defectors receive housing, jobs, and education supports, but adapting to a capitalist society is often a significant challenge. Despite the difficulties, many defectors thrive sharing their stories and raising awareness about North Korea's regime. North Korea wage. A shocking reality in North Korea, workers receive wages set by the government amount so low that they wouldn't be inconceivable anywhere else. On average, monthly salary are about 3,000 North Korean won, roughly $3. Even with a recent increase to 35,000 won, it's barely enough to buy rice for a month. To survive, many citizens turn to the black market, selling items like boiled egg or engaging in small-scale trading. South Korea versus North Korea today. First, provocations from North Korea. In one of the strongest modern conflicts, North Korea recently launched a balloon filled with trash and propaganda into South Korea, a bizarre tactic to provoke fear. Second, South Korea's response. South Korea counters with loudspeaker broadcast, airing message about freedom and K-pop song like BTS and Blackpink to disrupt North Korea's propaganda efforts. Do South Koreans want reunification? Opinions vary, especially across generations. Older generations many view reunification as a historical mission to heal the division of their homeland. Younger generations, MZ generations, some questions is necessary given the financial burden and lack of personal connection to North Korea. Economic disparities are added to the complexity. North Korea's GDP per capita is about 40 times smaller than South Korea's, presenting immense challenges for potential reunification. Is South Korea safe to visit? Yes. Despite the tensions with North Korea, South Korea remains one of the safest countries in the world. Low crime rates and excellent emergency services ensure that travelers can explore the country without worry. Daily life in South Korea is vibrant, peaceful, and welcoming. North Korea tourism. My DMZ tour experience when it comes to North Korea, there are some surprisingly popular tourism programs. One of the most unique and meaningful experience is a DMZ tour. I will share my personal journey to the DMZ, the closest place in South Korea where you can see North Korea. This tour isn't just about observing North Korea from a distance. It's a chance to stand on the edge of history and feel the weight of a division nation. First, starting the DMZ tour, I began my tour from Hongdae at 10 a.m., one of Seoul's most vibrant tourist area. Near the station, buses were ready to pick up passengers. Once on board, the guide started sharing fascinating and sometimes shocking stories about North Korea and the DMZ. The guide storytelling kept me fully engaged, and before I knew it, we arrived at the first stop, Imjingak Peace Park. Second, Imjingak Peace Park. This park is one of the closest spots to North Korea and holds significant historical value. The derailed train inside the park. There is a train that was derailed during the Korean War. The train is riddled with 1,020 bullet holes and its twisted will vividly show the devastations of the conflict. The ribbon fence. The most emotional part of the park is the fence covered with colorful ribbons. These ribbons aren't just decorated. Each ribbon holds a heartfelt wish, messaging of hope for reunification and prayer for families separated by the border. Every ribbon symbolizes tears, longing, and hope, making the sense deeply moving. Seeing these ribbons was a profoundly emotional moment for me, as they tell the story of families and individual yearning for peace and connection. Third, Dora Observatory, a direct view of North Korea. The next stop was Dora Observatory, where you can look directly into North Korea. From the observatory, you can see North Korea fake village designed to create the illusion of prosperity, even though no one actually lived there. In stark contrast, South Korea village near the border are real, with residents going about their daily lives. This dramatic difference between the two sides is both fascinating and sobering. It's important to note that the DMZ is highly secure, so private vehicles are not allowed. You will need to ride a designated bus. Along the way, South Korean soldiers will border to check identification, so don't forget to bring your passport. Fourth, the third tunnel, a secret invasion route. The highlight of the tour was the third tunnel, one of the infiltration tunnels dug by North Korea. This tunnel was discovered thanks to a defectors tip-off. It's 1 mile long with a width and height of about 6.5 feet. It was designed to allow 30,000 soldiers to pass through in 1 hour, making it clear that it was part of a large-scale invasion plan. Visitors can walk throughout this tunnel while wearing safety helmets. Inside, you will see undeniable evidence of North Korea's attempts to secretly infiltrate South Korea. Unfortunately, photography is prohibited. So this is an experience you will need to see with your own eye. Today, South Korea has installed advanced detection systems to prevent further tunnel construction by North Korea. Fifth, unique souvenir from the DMZ. After tour, I explored the nearby village and picked up some unique souvenirs. DMZ chocolate made with locally grown soybeans. This chocolate is a sweet and meaningful memento of this tour. Military rations. These ready-to-eat meals are designed for emergencies. Just add hot water, and they are good to go. These souvenirs are not only interesting keepsakes, but also a way to remember the significance of the DMZ tour. 6. The DMZ more than a tourist destination. The DMZ is far more than a tourist spot. It's a space that embodies Korean history, division, and hope for peace. Here's the scares of war and the pain of separation coexist with the dream of reunification. The ribbons on the fence and the tunnel beneath the ground are profound reminders of the ongoing impact of Korea division. Visiting the DMZ was an experience I will never forget. It made me reflect on the resilience of the Korean people and the importance of striving for peace. I'm Better Korea, and I'm here to share the story and beauty of South Korea with you. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share this video with your friend and subscribe. I will keep bringing you the best travel content. See you in the next video. 안녕.